Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish. And my Etsy shop is fairyrosecottage.etsy.com. Today is a Monday. Today is 3 weeks since Scott passed away. Exactly 3 weeks. At 9:38 at night on a Monday night. So I realized that doing Monday minis was kind of a block for me, but I just realized it just came in my head in the last 20 minutes or so. So I've been having some kind of free-floating anxiety today. And I'm here tonight to sort of play through that anxiety. But I realized that this probably wasn't the... I guess I hadn't really... I knew all day today. In my head, I've been saying, Scott, you've been gone for 3 weeks. Some days it feels like 3 hours. Some days it feels like 3 years. A lot of the time it feels like I'm going to walk in the bedroom and there he's going to be. So I'm thinking probably trying to tamp down some anxiety is a good thing to do. I am not sure that, and I talked about this before, but not in this context, that the Magical Monday Minis was going to continue to be a thing. I want to continue to do minis, but that I might change the day of it. I know some of you guys do Tiny Tuesday, and different things like that. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I guess what happens with me is, I have not unrealistic, I can't think of the word that I used the other day to describe it, but sometimes the thoughts and the anxiety that come up are not necessarily centered in, I don't even know how to say it. For instance, the electronic recliner leaving the house the other day. That really upset me. And it was Scott's electric recliner. It wasn't his. We had borrowed it. I talked about that in the last video, I think. We'd borrowed it from a woman who had loaned it to Scott's mother, and Scott asked her if we could buy it from her, and she said, no, this is a recliner I like to share with people that need it, and you can have it and for as long as you need it. So we, my brother-in-law, Scott's brother, came and picked it up the other day for me because I wanted to get it returned, for the next person that she might find. But it was also like the refrigerator, the 32-year-old refrigerator that we had purchased together that went out the door about 2 weeks after Scott died. And so I guess I can't really think of the words, but some of the upset and the anxiety, I just sort of have to work through and sometimes talk through and sometimes just do it. My son had the right answer about that recliner. That recliner is not Dad. Dad did not want to have that recliner. Dad is not tied into that recliner in any way except the memories of him being sick and weakened. And, you know, so he had the right answer. So I guess I'm trying to solve the right answer about Monday nights. I feel like, so Sunday nights are really hard for me. The family's here and then they're gone. And so I do Sunday nights. Right now, my mom and my sister are staying with me. And, you know, we're just going to keep working through it until maybe it doesn't feel great, but it feels doable. And maybe that's what's going to happen with Monday minis or Monday videos. Not even necessarily Monday minis. It's not even tied into this project, this savings. It's just tied into the fact it's Monday. And that's when he died. So bear with me, guys. I do think that being here tonight is going to help this kind of free-floating anxiety going on this evening. And after I'm done this, I have some orders that I need to work on because I did indeed put up a couple of hard copy orders that can be purchased now. And so, you know, I've got some orders to start working on and a couple that need to get out this week. So that's, you know, I'm going to do that and watch Madam Secretary and just kind of plow through the rest of the day and evening. This is, I have $40. I know I've talked about that too. I'm not sure that that's going to continue to be doable. There's that word again. But I will be rebudgeting as we go along. But I want to be perfectly honest with you guys. And again, with the giveaways that people won. And to answer a question that several of you have asked, no, I have not chosen the international winner. I will. I promise. But here's the thing. I have so many phone calls to make and forms to fill out and places that need death certificates. And guys, it is crazy. There should be a checklist for us when this happens. So there's a lot, and that is my focus during the day. We do have a financial person. We've had him for several years, and he is helping. He's been very gracious and very helpful. We are going to start making phone calls. I have not made those phone calls. And we're just going to start. And there's probably 24 calls that need to be made to get forms, information, things like that. I am in a lucky predicament in that Scott and I foresaw that he was going to pass away at some point. And, but by the way, that doesn't make it easier, I've figured out. Although there's gratitude mixed in there with the fact that I had all that time with him to sort things out. So we did put things in either both of our names or just my name. We missed a few things. We missed a few things. One of them was his cell phone. And he had US Cellular. It was a prepaid phone, but the money is taken out automatically. They needed me to jump through hoops in that I couldn't go to the US Cellular place here in town, you know, that I could be at every day of the week or drive by. I needed to go 1, 2, 3 towns over, about 35 minutes away, to take care of it. I couldn't do anything till I had a death certificate. You know, it was crazy. Now, I will say I took care of it today, and they were so kind in the store. So very kind and helpful. But there is a lot, and we're just kind of finding that out. I have a list of homework from the financial guy. This morning I met with him. And so there's, you know, a list of things that I need to do before I meet with him again. And that is this Wednesday. So it's, you know, I gotta do quite a bit tomorrow. And today, I did a couple of other things today. So what I'm trying to say is I know that I have giveaways and I want to get them out to you guys, but it is not going to be my first priority this week because there is a lot that needs to get done this week. But I have them. I'm pointing right behind me. I have them. They're in piles. They're all separated. They're ready to ship out. I just have to print off the ones that I'm donating, that I'm putting into the giveaways. So I will do that soon. And as far as the international drawing, I will do that too. I wrote it down on a list, a separate list from my other list, and I promise I will get to it. And please know that I am so grateful for all of you guys. So there's all that. 11 minutes into this, and all I've talked about is anxiety and death and phone calls. So let's do this and see what we can do. I feel like this one needs 8, 10, 12. Is that right? 8, 10, 12. Yep. And this one needs 15. So those are pretty close to being finished. Everything else is pretty far away right now. But let's talk about them. This one is one of mine, fairyrosecottage.etsy.com. This one is from Ellie on Earth. It's a set of 3 mermaids. This one is one of mine. Oh, this one was in the October kit. This one was in the December kit as the minis in fairyrosecottage.etsy.com. December, I think. This one is from AE Budgets. And she gifted me these. She had gifted me a set of 3 and also a set of 3 up ones. I feel like there was another set that I used too. Can't remember. This one is one of mine. It's one of my AI images. And it's the Evil Queen, and that's at Fairy Rose Cottage. This one is from the Budgeting Sisters, and it is indeed a Christmas one, but that is okay. I have a bunch of Christmas ones to work through. I did not get to do them because, as you know, I didn't do I didn't do many videos in December, and I did few in November also. I'm looking, I've got cards over here. So that's the scoop. I think I have, yeah. I knew that I had one. I think this is the group play one from Ellie on Earth. I feel like it was. Those are ones she sent me. Anyway, what I believe is that I will continue to do the minis. I'm just not sure when. Maybe Mondays. Maybe Mondays is fine. Maybe I was making a big deal out of it. Who knows? But I know it's whatever works best for me. And you guys are so gracious about all of that. And I appreciate that. I wish that one of you lived next door, because I know you would come over and you'd get these giveaways ready to ship and send out. And I just know you would. So I appreciate that too. I do have my mom and my sister here for a while, and so it's on my list of things to do, and maybe they can help me get things done too. Honestly, it's just a matter of me printing things off, laminating, and cutting them. So if you haven't played minis before, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You roll the dice. Some people put $2 down. I put $1 down for every one that I roll. And I am aware that the shadow hides the dice, but I can see it. I think you can see it now too. Let's see. I have not been answering comments. I guess, you know, the other thing is I can't seem to get into a regular schedule of anything. I used to answer comments while sitting in the lab at Cancer Care, or sitting upstairs with Scott while he was having his chemo. And before that, you know, I had to really think, what did I do before that? I answered comments every single morning while I was eating my breakfast. But I can't seem to get into a schedule because things keep coming up. You know, today I had to get up and get into the finance appointment. Tomorrow, my son-in-law is coming over to see if he can fix this darn ice maker. The 3 days before that, my mom and my sister were here sleeping on the couch. You know, so it just, I gotta get a schedule back. I gotta do a new abnormal. I can't call it normal because it doesn't feel normal, but I think a new abnormal works. Andra from the Traveling Chief, not the Traveling Chef, though I like chef. I got your card today. Thank you very much. It means a lot to hear from you guys, both in comments, in email, and also cards in my post office box when I go. It's all very appreciated. I hope that you guys know that. 3. Okay. I know you can hear the anxiety in my voice. Those of you who have listened and done these with me before. And I know you can. I know maybe not all of you can, but I know some of you can. And I appreciate that you are able to just go with the flow on this. And better days are coming, right? I mean, you know, so to speak, I guess. So we did it. Now I do it different than others too. If I have extra money that doesn't fit into the parameters of the mini, then I put it over here to the side, and then I try to pay off another one if I can. So these are 5s and 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So see, there's 7, 8. There's 8. Oh, I could do 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do 8 because I can do all 2s, right? All 2s. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and this one again is from April and Melissa at the Budgeting Sisters. Next one. I went looking today. I had to go to the cell phone place and get his cell phone shut down. And then I went to TJ Maxx because I'm looking for dog steps. Steps that go up to the couch, steps that go up to the bed. Because my little dogs, the last month or two has been very anxiety ridden for everyone in the house. There were a lot of people in and out, a lot of people that we didn't know, they didn't know, you know, with hospice and stuff. And so one of my dogs, she's going to be 12 at the beginning of February. She is having a hard time getting up on the couch. And on the bed, there's a stool to jump up on and then the bed. And she's always been able to do that, but she's struggling with that too. So anyway, I went to TJ Maxx looking for 2 sets of dog steps and a pair of pajamas. I found pajamas. I did not find dog steps. I've seen them on Amazon. 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 here, and these are 5. So I'm going to put 2 over there. Some people hold it over for next week, which is another good way of doing it. And I was doing it that way, but I found if I do this, then I have better luck. Actually, I guess I'll put them here until, just in case I can't use them somewhere. But I have better luck finishing some that way. This one got a lot. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this one, a lot of this one can be filled because there's 1, 2s, and 3s and 4s. Okay, there's no 4s. So 3, 6, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that goes in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, that one's from AE Budgets. I did take a picture. Lots of times I leave these out because I want to take a thumbnail picture, but I already did it. This one's going to take me forever to fill out. The mini money goes to those yearly fees that sneak up on us. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did not finish this one, sadly. 4. And because I didn't do any minis last month, I didn't really have money to put into the yearlies. And I do have to catch up on those. I'm not quite sure how I will. So that's 3. So I can't take care of that one yet. We'll see. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one again can complete the whole amount. So is that, yep, 4. Oh, shoot. No. Five, 6, 7. So I still don't think I'm finishing any up today. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here's the thing. I have 3 that could go into here and complete a 5, or 2 that can go into here and complete a 5. I have $5. I could do another 4 there. I could do a 5 here. 1, 2. Wow, this doesn't normally happen. 1, 2. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put... So Ellie and the Evil Queen aren't getting any this week, but this will bring this one closer to being finished, right? So that was $4. So I just have $4 left. Seems like we can do that next week. Right? $4 left. And I have $1. I think this one's the closer one than that one to getting done. So let's do $1 in here. Whoops. That would work though, wouldn't it? Let's do $1 in here. All right. There. So it goes, hopefully goes without saying, but I will continue to say it. I appreciate you guys. I feel like I have, well, I talk a lot to myself. Let's just put it out there. And I talk a lot to Scott. And mostly that helps throughout the day. But when I come in here, I really feel like you're right there listening. And I know, I mean, I still have to load this up before you can listen to it. But a lot of you start commenting pretty much right after I've posted. And so I feel like you're right with me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. I also continue to appreciate the cha-chings. Part of me knows a lot of you are resetting your goals for the year. And so you're purchasing savings challenges to start using throughout the year. So January is always a good month for savings challenges. I guess this is really, well, no, I had last January. That's right. I was going to say my first January, but that's not true. But I so appreciate it. I'm forever looking for little joys and little glimmers. So like glimmers of joy and glimmers of hope. And I choose a word every year. And my word for this year was joy, plain and simple. It just kept jumping out at me. And I kept thinking, you are full of crap, universe. I am not going to do joy as my word for this year. My husband just died. And but it just kept coming up and kept coming up. So I did a little reading, and I am on the One Little Word group, Allie Edwards group, because I pay for the class. And there was an article about glimmers that someone had posted. And I thought, that's it. I'm looking for glimmers. You know, and like I said, a glimmer of hope, a glimmer of joy. And, you know, now that I realize I'm looking for that, I'm finding it. And, you know, I'm finding it in little things that my husband promised he would send to me. Like, this was in my pocket today because I just carried it around. So this is the first heart rock I have found since he passed away. The first heart rock I found in a long time. And you know, you guys, you're going to laugh, right? Where I found it. One of Scott's jobs, many jobs, has been to scoop the dog poop. And now I have to do it. And, you know, I've been doing it for a few months now. He really failed fairly fast. starting in October-ish. And then we learned that he had had a small stroke. And things went pretty quick, but he was unable to do any type of chore anymore. So I had taken over scooping the dog poop about, I don't know, before Thanksgiving. And I said to him, one day I came in and I said, well, I just scooped the poop. And he said, I am so sorry. And I said, honey, I know you are. And it is okay. I just want you here. And if you can't scoop the poop today, I don't care. I'll do it. And I said, however, I just want you to know my princess status is sinking very quickly. And, we had a good laugh about it and everything. And, but after that, I continued to do that chore because he was just unable to. And, so last week I was out scooping the poop and kind of cursing him, not cursing him, but saying, I can't believe you left me here. You need to be here doing this and, all that stuff. Just getting it out of my system and teasing him and, all that. And I looked down and not in the poop, I promise. But, the poop was here. The rock was there. Very close. And I have a rake and something made me look closer at what I was raking and I saw the heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, he had such a sense of humor, you guys. It was so dry and so dad jokish. But this was definitely him because this was his sense of humor. To leave me a heart rock like he promised he would. One of many, I'm sure, that he will leave me. But the first one was alongside the dog poop. So that was like, I realized that was a glimmer of joy, and hope. When I saw that, my heart was so full, and I got to laugh a little bit too. And every time I tell the story, I laugh a little bit, and so do other people that hear it because, whether they knew Scott or not, that's quite a sense of humor. So, glimmers of hope and joy are what I continue to look for. And I'm not sure why I got started on that, except just to tell you that you guys are a part of those glimmers. And it's hard to explain. If you've never lost a spouse, you're just not going to get it, because I believe every loss is a different grief, not a scale of griefs, like my grief is bigger than your grief type thing, but a different grief. We lost a child, and that probably, in my mind, is probably the biggest grief of all. You're not supposed to outlive your children, right? You're just not supposed to, in whatever circumstance. But all griefs are different. And I would never have believed that losing a spouse was a different depth of grief and a different feeling than losing my dad was, because I was devastated when I lost my dad. Devastated. And my stepmother kept saying, but it's different for me. You've lost your dad, and that's really painful, but I've lost the person that I come home to, the person that's there all the time, the one you make your decisions with. And I truly believe that there are not different scales of grief, but different forms of grief. And we all grieve differently too. some people have been with a spouse for so long that's been sick that when they pass away, it sounds terrible, but I think it's almost a relief to them. I have people in my life who have felt that. So, but the thing, I guess where I'm going with that is there's more glimmers there because you guys are willing to share, even if your story doesn't resonate with me, it's going to resonate with someone. And those of you who don't know, on my Facebook page, Scott and I shared the journey for the last year and a half. We were pretty transparent. I did stop sharing details about the last 2 weeks of his life. No more pictures, no more, details. I felt like it needed to be private for me and for him and for our family. So, but we were pretty transparent. And the reason why we did that was if it could help someone else, then that's what was important. So even though our journey wasn't like your journey, there might be some pieces in it that are like, oh, that makes so much sense. Or, so I don't know. I think I'm rambling in some ways, but I think that those are all glimmers of hope, and I want to continue to do that. I do believe that I will start talking about my grief, slowly and as transparently as I can, but again, some things are just private. So I mean, a lot of people would feel like all of it is private. But I just feel like if one person hears me talk or reads something that I've written and it makes sense to them, that it was worth sharing. Right? Okay, on that note, I'm going to stop rambling and take my poopy heart and go work on some orders and watch some Madam Secretary. Again, I need to sort out my whole budgeting system, and that is not going to come probably any sooner than the giveaways. But I feel like it will all get there. Things will settle down, hopefully. I'll just keep plugging away. And I appreciate you guys plugging away with me. This is the longest Monday mini I think I've done in a long time, almost 40 minutes. I'm going to go. That was a lot of talking. I will say that in the description that I did chat a lot. Okay. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday and a great start to your week. Not sure when I'll be back on again. I'm just playing it all by ear, but soon. I have to have a mammogram tomorrow, so I'm going to go do that. And yeah, so I will be back, and happy savings. Take good care of yourself and hug the people you love. Bye. See you real soon.